and welcome to the show. This is East Tennessee Music Scene on the Rise. I'm here with Clockwork Asylum. People here to my right.
3/5 of us anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 of them are not here, but they had good reasons for not being here. So.
No, Tommy didn't have a good reason.
Well,
he's just stupid.
Nurse X revoked the day passes of both those members, and they're not allowed to come out of the asylum. And
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do?
I don't really want. He can tell you why Tommy's out.
Tommy is on this reoccurring episode. I don't know what it is. About every 3 or 4 weeks, he gets caught in the restroom tiddling with turds in the toilet.
Hey, brother, but it's all worthwhile.
And he gets busted, and they take his pass every time. And it seems like he would learn, but God, it's stupid.
I feel bad for him. And poor Randy, I swear, Randy was doing so good, but he broke down and had to get some of Carlos's sour cream. And he ate every bit of Carlos's sour cream. And when he did, some nurse with Stockholm syndrome found him very attractive and kidnapped him. So we're not sure when Randy's going to be back.
We'll see you then.
Interesting stories you had.
Well, we were all on our good behavior. Okay. Nurse X gave us our day passes out of the asylum, so we've been on our best behavior all week just so we
I've
can
been
come
good.
in.
I've been real good.
We've been scheduled for this interview for a while, so we wanted to make sure we were good to show up for you, Scott, because you're such an awesome person. Randy and Tommy obviously don't give a crap, so
I appreciate you guys showing up.
Not a problem.
Now that we've gotten the 2 members that aren't here out of the way, why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Taylor Fillers, and I play electric guitar.
I am Kristopher Long, and I play with the microphone.
Asshole!
Who am I today?
Whoever you choose to be.
I'm Brian Michaels, and I just hold up the bottom end.
That's awesome. And together you are Clockwork Asylum.
We are.
How long have you guys been together? I know Taylor is a recent addition within maybe 6 months or whatever.
Yeah, April is when she joined the band, April this year. But Clockwork
It's been over
Asylum,
2 years, isn't it? A little over.
We officially, the official date of the beginning of the band, we consider January 1st, 2016. We had discussions and a little bit of a jam session in the November, previous year, but we officially announced, named, made the page, all that stuff right at the beginning of the year. So 2016, we're getting ready to be 3 years now.
Oh, that's awesome. I've had you guys on shows several times, and you guys have always brought it on stage every time.
Thank you.
Love it.
We as an East Tennessee music scene appreciate your contribution to the music scene here in the area. So you guys have been together for going on 3 years. Recently adding Taylor to the mix, which adds another dynamic to the whole band. Where were you guys before you were Clockwork Asylum?
Well, actually, we all play in a certain project, and that's kind of how most of us met. It was playing. We were all or had been members. We either were members at the same time, or we had been members together at times in a certain project. And I won't mention it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But that's kind of how three of us met that way.
Well, technically 4 of us, because
Well, we met Tommy through.
well, but see, here's the connection. I'll break it down.
Break it down.
You and Sam were in that project together the longest, together.
Yeah, yeah.
When Sam left one time, I took his spot as a guitar player, and then Sam came back when I gave him his spot back. When you left the project, I took your spot as a bass player for 3 shows, just to fill in show, because I knew the material. And then after that, after all 3, me, Brian, and Sam were not affiliated with the project, Randy joins that same project.
Yeah.
And that's how we all kind of met Randy. And then that project fell apart. We had me, Randy, and a couple other members of the original project made another band. That lasted for about a year, and it evolved into Clockwork Asylum, where me, Sam, and Randy got Brian, which Tommy and Sam were friends from auditioning for the same band. So that's how they met. They jammed together for 3 years while Sam was within the project with me. So he just brought Tommy along. I asked Brian to come play some bass with us, and the previous not the project he's talking about, but the project after that, it was just an evolution. It had the previous project, another small project, and then Clockwork Asylum. It's all
And it's funny
connected.
because Clockwork kind of evolved
Yeah.
from the original project.
It really did. I mean,
It really did.
Kind of an evolution.
It really did. It was like,
you are now.
yes, it was like the first project was like what brought the core
yeah.
of Clockwork together, make it, brought
Yeah.
us all together and we met.
Yeah.
And then it evolved into what it is now.
Yeah, and Sam's the one who actually named the band. He came
Yeah.
up with Clockwork Asylum because, and even with the transition from Sam to Taylor, it still applies. When we're together, the 5 of us making music, it is literally like clockwork. I mean, we improvise a brand new song every practice. We've got so much material backed away from just doing that we could literally put out probably 2 albums if we put some work into arranging each full length, not just EPs, 2 full-length albums. We could probably do 10, 15 songs each on each album because we work like clockwork. And as you can tell, we're crazy as hell, so that's where the Asylum comes from, Clockwork Asylum. So you can credit Sam with that.
Craziness works on stage, though.
Of course it
Oh
does.
yes, oh yeah.
A good stage presence is always a good thing whenever you're trying to get the crowd into your music and get them involved in the whole show.
Yes.
It's always good.
Magic man.
So, how many CDs do you have out? Do you have 1 EP out or one
Yes.
full length?
Just 1 EP,
Yes.
Eve of the Eclipse, which Taylor is actually on that. She recorded a guitar solo and some vocal work, even though it's
That she
reading a
still
poem.
refuses to do live.
It's reading a poem, but she still needs to start doing it live. But she's actually on that CD before she joined the band, so it was cool that even she's still on the CD even though she wasn't a member of the band at the time. But now that she is a member of the band, and we've got 5, 6 new songs right now that we're working up that are fully finished and arranged. We're either gonna do another EP or we might try to write enough to get a full length. I'm not exactly sure about full length albums.
Yeah, I don't really want to do a full length right now myself.
Yeah, I mean EPs are, you're getting some of your better songs out there. If you get a good recording quality of your better songs out, I feel it's better to have a 5 to 8 song EP as opposed to a 12 to 13 song full length.
I want to let everybody, you know what,
Yeah.
the full length album, the songs that should be on the album that are not on the album, come to the show and you get to hear them.
Yeah,
You see them live that way.
yeah,
Put all your eggs in one basket.
exactly.
Yeah, we don't want to throw everything out there at one time. I mean,
Now, if a record company or someone who
Wants to
has a
pay
lot of money
for it,
invests,
yeah.
We'll take investors all the time, and record companies and promotion companies and whatever. If you've got money, come see the Asylum because we will write all the music you want for the right price. But we literally don't do it for money. If we did,
No.
we all know it. If everybody in the music scene that's doing it on the local scene, the local level, regional level,
doesn't do it for money.
they don't do it for money or they wouldn't be doing it.
Not at all.
The love of playing music, the love of networking between musicians, between fans of music who are fans so much that they want to make a platform to interview bands and to promote shows. That's why we do it. That's why we do it. People like you, people like Necro, who shows up and shoots so many shows, does great photography for this scene.
Yep.
For out of the goodness of her heart. Really, I mean, she's very underpaid for what she does. I will say that for sure.
She does excellent photography. I've seen hundreds, if not thousands, of her photos. Always great.
Has been. She shot. The first time I met her was, which I think the first time I technically met her was through the Deviant's Underground Radio Network through chat when that cool little thing was around several years ago in my school. But I first met her in person. She shot a show that one of my previous metal bands did, and I was blown away by her photography 5, 6 years ago. So I've been a big supporter of hers for a long time. And I know the entire Asylum is too.
Is there anything coming up in your future that you need to be aware of, like any shows, any dates out there that you got set up?
Well, honestly, the biggest and most exciting news we have for us personally right now is the first show of the year we just booked with you. And the first show of 2019 is going to be with us and Killing Grace down at Barley's in Maryville. And we're so happy to be
there.
Be there. So happy to be jamming with Killing Grace.
Yes. I'm glad those guys are.
Yeah, formed back up. Matthew's a great guy. Carla's a great woman. Rob, you know, we met all them, which all the previous members that we did meet were all great members too. I'm looking forward to meeting the new members, but Matthew's good people, and he's very inspiring, and a lot of his posts on Facebook are very, very inspirational, and the one love message that he does is wonderful. So.
Oh, definitely. He's always been a good guy to me. First time I met him was, I think, 1341, if not the Bowery, when we were doing shows out at the Bowery. Pretty sure it was 1341. They did a really good show out there in Sevierville. It was 1341, now it's something different.
Yeah, friendlies or friends or whatever,
Yeah.
friend zone, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called.
I can't wait to the show in January, and
Yeah.
hopefully we get this out before that show.
Well, if it does, then if it comes out before that show, then hey, everybody come out. If
Be
it
there.
comes out after that show, God, Scott, we had such a great time jamming with you that show down in January,
Yes,
man.
Great.
It was
Man,
awesome.
it was wonderful.
Killing
Taylor, I
Grace
know you
nailed
had a
it.
blast that night.
Oh, yeah.
It was one of the best nights we've had in a long time. Killing Grace rocked it. I love those guys.
They always rock.
Can't wait to do it again.
Rock it too.
Well, we appreciate that, man. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you giving us the outlet to do it.
And our whole purpose of doing this show is to promote bands in the local area and try to get you out there and putting you on YouTube. We try to get everybody to go to YouTube and check out our videos and check out who you guys are and what kind of sound you have, and everything involving each band that we have up here. Right now we've done, I think, close to 20 interviews. I think only 14 or 15 of them are posted right now, but
Yeah.
we're still plugging along. We're going to do more videos as much as possible, and if anybody wants to come in and be interviewed, if you guys know any other bands that
Yeah, definitely. I know I know a couple that I would like to turn on. There's one specifically I'm going to mention just because we played several shows with them. They're not necessarily what you would call a heavy metal band, but a good rock band called Basket Case. I don't know if anybody's ever seen them, but Ryan Roberts, good people. I love
Those
that
guys,
band.
and those guys are all.
Those guys do rock.
They put on a great show.
They put on a really good show. Soulful music, man. It's kind of a throwback to the era when rock music had some feeling. You know what I mean? It's not about how technical you are. It's not about being how, you know, whatever. It's just good fucking rock music that you can get into. And I've turned into a big fan of them. I'm a big fan of Cap Gun Alliance. I'm a big fan of, which, I mean, I don't know who all you've had out of Knoxville. I know you had Belfast on here. I know that Belfast has been on here, and they've done a very good job when they were on here. And I don't know who. I've seen a lot of your interviews. I love Indie Lagoon too. Really good band. War Clown, obviously. War Clown's a great band. Summoner Circle's a great band. There's so many bands, and I'd feel remiss to even be mentioning names because there's so many good bands between Knoxville, Tri-Cities, Asheville. You know, just in our little 2-hour radius of our network here. Yes, it's so jam-packed full of talent that I think you should try to interview all of them.
Yeah.
we're going to try.
And we actually played a couple shows here recently with a couple bands that you might be interested in getting on here and talking to. Another Fable.
Yes.
Those guys, they took a year off? Was it a year off?
About a year off.
And come back together, and they've got it's similar sound, but it's a new sound. And those guys really killed it both times we played with them. And Until the Day's
badass.
Those guys are really badass. I mean, those guys have bloated out. They pushed us at both shows that we've done. I mean, they made us step up because those guys were rocking it.
Yeah.
And those guys, look them up.
Yeah, both those bands, very good bands. Very
It's really
good
good
bands.
that you guys are shouting out other bands.
Yeah.
It's good for us to sit here and talk about you guys and everything, but for you to actually come out and mention other bands and promote other bands.
That's what it's about. I mean, bands got to support bands.
Well, of course.
Is there anything else you guys would like to add to the end of this interview here?
Take the floor, Taylor.
Tater, we're shutting up. You talk to her from now on.
Yeah.
We're done. We're done.
Ask Taylor a question. Anything you want, right off the top of your head, Scott.
I'm just gonna turn my audio mic off. I don't need it no more.
I want to be nice to Taylor. I don't want anything.
All right, I'll give her a question to answer. Okay, I'll give her a question for you. All right.
Okay.
Answer this to Scott. How do you feel about joining Clockwork Asylum, and what does it mean to be in a band that's playing shows? Something that, I mean, I know you forever, so I know this is something you've always wanted to do, is be in a band and out playing shows. And you've had opportunities before to be in bands, but now you're actually out working. What does that feel like for you? Because I want to find this out. I've never asked.
Yeah.
You know, this is, I mean,
inquiring minds want to know.
And if you don't like us, it's not going to hurt our feelings. If you say it sucks and you're just there to pass the time until you become great, then that's fine too. So, I mean, whatever. You just answer on.
If a better opportunity comes along and that's what you're looking for,
which, hey, I ain't
that's great.
Dude, I was like, we wouldn't hold that back.
No, if you get the opportunity, goodbye.
Yeah, we'll.
Don't let us hold you back.
I told her she's got a road crew built in.
Oh yeah.
I mean, whatever. We're not trying to. We're wanting to help her achieve her dreams. Not say, oh well, just because you're stuck with us, you can't get the shit. If she had the opportunity to go, but now since you've had time to think and I've rambled on, it's your turn to talk. What do you think about being in the band and playing shows? I'm not gonna do the Jeopardy music, but if I get to edit it.
There's no pressure, it's just an easy question.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Brian.
But I'm very happy to be in this band. Clockwork Asylum is my home. I wouldn't be with anybody else. We click great together, we write great music, and it's just always a blast. And I didn't think I was ever going to find a band because everybody's flaky. Nobody wants to show up, nobody can learn the material like they're supposed to, but with these guys it's a whole different story. Everybody's always on it, so I'm very happy.
And you keep these guys in line. These two and the two that are missing.
I try to.
You can't keep Tommy in line.
Tommy don't know what a line is.
I mean, when you're dealing with a turtle.
Until you throw a salt shaker at him.
Well, you know what?
That or a Mountain Dew bottle, or you just burn him.
Yeah.
Burn him. Burn him. Or poke him with a stick pin. That works too.
Yeah, the only thing she does to torture me is not sing when she needs to be singing.
And that's bad.
That tortures the crap out of me, because if you go to her YouTube and look up Silverchair, I'm calling it out. Go to her YouTube and look up Silverchair Tomorrow, Taylor Fillers.
I'm going to go home and delete it.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. No, I'm driving your car.
Before they get home,
yeah.
Make sure you watch that.
Yeah. Don't let me go get the one of you singing in church. I'll pull that one out too.
Well, I was like 5 there.
Yeah, and it was so.
And it was great
it was,
too.
It was.
So she's been doing it forever.
No.
I mean, it ain't like she's new at it.
We'll get her on there, and because we are wanting to start working on harmonies and do, because me and him handle most of the harmonies right now, and Randy throws in his vocals every now and again, but we'd really like to get 5-part harmony.
That would be awesome.
Because Tommy can sing a little bit, Randy can sing a little bit, he can sing better than
any of us,
and me and him sound mediocre, so it's really good to get, you know a good harmony, man. Everybody who listens to music, a good harmony makes a song. If we can develop 5-part harmonies with our, and I don't like to put us in a genre, because you can get heavy metal with us, you can get rock with us, you can get melody, you can get guttural vocals, you can get screams, you can get raspies. I mean,
we're groove metal.
We're American groove metal. I mean,
we're groove metal. That's that. And I almost feel like people go, "What kind of music you play?" And I'm like, "Well, it's kind of like."
Well, I'm glad I got to bring you guys on the show and
we're glad to
showcase everyone involved, including Taylor here.
Except for Randy and Tommy.
Thanks for having us.
Who can't keep themselves out of trouble.
Yeah, if Randy and Thomas would stop getting in trouble all the time, they would have been here. They would have, and I'm not even going to show their pictures. If you want to see their ugly mugs, go to clockworkasylum.rocks and you can find our pictures, videos, all that stuff. But they're lucky we even acknowledge them, because their bad behavior means they missed out on this wonderful opportunity to talk to Scott Thomas, who's one of the best people I've ever met.
Yeah.
Not just in this scene, but best human beings I've ever met. Genuine, real, honest,
We love you guys.
We love Scott, for real.
Thank you guys very much for coming on the show. And this has been East Tennessee Music Scene on the Rise, and we will see you next time.